Okay, I think that's installed.
Yeah. Now go to the server tab. Find the server link
Mm-hmm.
and join.
All right, let me sit in the seat. See, this is what's annoying. Every time I go from my desk to my rig, I have to move.
Oh, yeah, that could be annoying.
Open, join.
There you go. There you are. All right. Get out on the track. Let's see what you get.
Oh wow, look at that. Nice pits.
I know.
Which way am I going?
We're going to the left and behind the ambulance to the left. No, to the left.
Left?
Yep. And behind the grass to the right. Yep, to the wall now, right? There's like a stripy wall to the left of you. Left, 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 left,
Left?
left. Yeah, right there. On the other banking. And follow the blue line.
Right here, left? Towards that
Yeah,
blue
just follow the blue line. You're gonna see a blue van, you're gonna see a starting line. This is where you start. I've sent you a video of how this layout is driven.
Oh, I did not see it.
It's at 2 minutes 50 seconds, I think, or something. You don't need to drive that way.
I don't need to go this way?
No, you should turn around and get to the blue van and just stop there. Right in between those cones.
Oh.
Now watch the video, see how it goes, and then show me your best rendition of that.
Where am I gonna find this video? Where'd you send it at?
Into Discord in the private messages.
Oh. Shit. How do you get out? How do I get out of VR into Discord?
I just take the headset off and press the Windows key on my keyboard, and it just shows me the desktop on the monitor.
Mm-hmm. Is that the layout right there? The Pro-Am course? On the left?
Yep.
On the right, I mean?
Yes, that is also the same.
Alright, I'm gonna skip on the video because it's so annoying for me to get out of my sim and I need to move to the other. I'll just try to mimic from this diagram you have. So over here,
Okay.
boom, loop.
You can just drive it normally first and then you can
Yeah.
cut.
Wait, I missed it.
Red. Two of those red lines are your rear clipping point, and then you're going towards the two red flags.
Two of these.
Basically, the red lines on.
So then I'm going this way, right?
Nope, you're going right.
Oh, I'm going right.
Towards the flag, and then you're going left and following the yellow lines. The yellow lines. Left. Nope. To the left.
Over here?
Basically turn around.
I'm following this line?
Yep. And you keep on following it. And following it, and then you go left. 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 And then you take those right to the right here. And you go all the way to the outside circle. Just go straight here.
Left?
Yep. You follow the orange one. Nope, nope, nope. You take right here. You follow the yellow line now. And then you transition to the blue line and you follow the blue line.
Right here?
To the left. Yep, and you follow the blue line all the way to the finish. And that track should pretty much get all the issues shown to me instantly.
First one, can't follow instructions.
I've designed these to basically trip you up. Oh, that's with everybody, don't worry about it.
Alright, I'm gonna go slow. I'm going...
Every track out here, yeah, every track here is designed to trip you up.
I'm going here.
You can be doing you're going straight and then you're following the yellow line.
I went right the first time,
dotted line, yeah. Yeah, this was good. And then from over here you transition, so your rears should touch the two straight lines here. That's a clipping zone. Yeah, and then you transition all the way into those two flags.
Into here?
In front of you. Yeah, and you follow the...
So I put the S on here?
Yellow line left. Yellow line left. You follow... No. You just clip that and you follow the yellow line.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to be out at the wall and then you follow the yellow line.
And then I'm going here, right?
Yep, and you're going left until you see the blue cones are on your right. So left, 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 still left.
To here?
And these are the cones that you're gonna go right here, yeah.
And then what do I do with this line?
You keep going.
Following
you go straight.
No? And I'm transitioning into this?
You follow the... Basically, yes. And then you follow the blue line home. If you go over the blue line, there's a high chance you'll go into the wall though, so take note of that. Okay.
Are you
Now that
sitting
you
in the
know the
car?
track and you're properly... Nope, I'm looking at you as a drone cam flies.
Oh my.
Alright. Let's try that again, but drifting this time. Without stopping. I can basically start drifting at the start and you stop your drifting at the finish line. That's it. Did you notice how much e-braking you're doing? You're doing a lot of e-braking. The reason for that is you're trying to extend the drifts, and you need to extend the drifts because you're going too slow. So I want you to do that again, but with a lot more commitment to speed. If you see that you're not reaching the zone somewhere, and you start just correcting the car, pushing it into zone, you've already missed that zone. Even if you get back into it, you're gonna score a lot more problems on corrections than if you just skip that zone and keep drifting. So if you're skipping a zone, commit to skipping that zone. Just go. Doesn't matter, because when you try to pull into it, you're gonna use the e-brake, you're gonna change your angles, you're gonna slow down. You cannot slow down. If you wanna do smooth drifting, your speed has to be constantly as high as possible.
Yep.
So do it again, and if you're missing the zone, miss the zone. Okay, yeah. That ambulance has seen so many cars. Also, I'm not seeing a lot of weight transfer techniques.
A lot of weight transfer technique?
Yeah, you're not using any pretty much. You're just trying to push the car on throttle, while weight transfer will help you a lot. Do a few more runs, I'll go over it.
Alrighty.
Once I confirm. I'm always ready. think you're the first guy I'm teaching who's doing this in his private car.
Who's doing what?
Who's doing this in his private car.
Oh, yeah?
Most others, I just give them the car that I want them to drive.
What kind of car do you normally start with?
Like 300 horsepower Sylvia. Interesting. You seem to be allergic to releasing the throttle also.
To doing what?
To releasing the throttle. It's a good idea to release the throttle to get the car to rotate quicker at the beginning of the transition. So basically, as you stop drifting in one direction, you release the throttle to let the rear grip up. And once the rear grips up, the front wants to swing the other way on its own, basically. And once the front goes, that's when you go full throttle, help the car rotate, it gets to the angle you want. Right before it gets there, you just release throttle to make sure it stabilizes, and then match the throttle again completely. So it's basically just like full throttle, no throttle, back on throttle. It's just like these small blips off throttle, just to make sure the rear grips up. And it's gonna make everything a lot more predictable, because going full throttle on transitions, it has to be a very, very long transition for you to even need that.
So what right before transitions, huh? Modulate the throttle?
Pretty much. Right before transitions, you can release throttle, and the car's gonna start rotating. Once it starts rotating, back on throttle to help the car rotate, as if you want to spin out, basically. And then before it gets to the angle that you want, release throttle, make sure it stabilizes, because you've just helped it rotate very aggressively. And then once it stabilizes, you just go back on throttle. Through the corner, full throttle, no problem, I have no issues with that. But when you're going through the transitions, a little bit of removing the throttle will make it a lot more aggressive. Being on throttle completely all the time during a transition makes that transition a lot slower. So transitions is not aggressive. So how'd you like the car?
I love the card, but it's still hard to handle it for me, dude. Like,
it's gonna pass. You're gonna get used to it.
I've been told. You remember Miller, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
He was the one. I mean, he helped me out a lot by learning to, Aceto and stuff. He said, and we met in person. He came to visit me because he was doing a drift week, and then he stopped here. We went to a couple of events and went driving together. He said, I'm better in real life than I am on the Aceto. But yet these inputs are...
that's a normal thing.
Yeah. All right, so modulate the throttle.
And before the transition. Yeah, and before you initiate, you drive basically straight ahead, and before you initiate, turn towards the cones and then to the right. Just give it a little flick.
Yeah.
That little weight transfer. It will help you get the angle a lot more quicker. And more if you're at the snappier angle, you can start accelerating already. Oh yeah.
All right.
maybe up your force feedback a little bit so the car self steers better. If you can. Because in real life, there's never a problem with that. But in sim...
You say up the force feedback?
Yeah, a little bit. If you got a heavy wheel, it's not that bad, not really bad. It doesn't have to be super heavy, but you have to feel some kind of resistance in it.
I mean, I'm at 30. 36. 37.
How many Newton meters your steering wheel got?
23? 20.
Oh shit, yeah. 30 is about a third of that. That's 8 Newton meters. Up it by 5%, maybe 10 eventually should be enough.
Put it at 40.
Sure. Okay, so you don't need to left foot brake really, unless you're going super fast and you really need that rear end to step out for like half a meter maybe, or if you need to really slow down. What you can do is just turn the steering wheel a little bit more, so counter steer like tiny bit less. And it's gonna keep you still fast, and it's going to increase your angle tiny bit, but it's also gonna change where you're actually going a lot better than left foot braking.
So
a little bit more steering. Yeah, left foot braking is a technique that should be reserved for like 2, maybe 3 occasions. It's not something that you should be doing all the time. So if you're feeling that you don't have enough angle, just turn the steering wheel a bit into the corner. Like if you got 900 degrees, maybe like
give it a little push.
20 degrees, maybe 30 degrees on the wheel. It should be good. Basically, yeah, just remove a little bit of counter steer and that's it.
Okay. Like, I don't know, like in real life, when I started driving with my, the Meta glasses, I started watching my hands. Yeah. I didn't realize it, but I saw it in the videos. What you just described is what I try to do. It's like I kind of, let's say I'm on a right-hand turn, and then I need to, I'll start pushing with my left hand. I'll start pushing the wheel more a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, but you should just reserve the brakes for special occasions. Because brakes will rob you of horsepower to the wheels, brakes will rob you of speed. They're brakes.
Right.
And you don't want to be slow. You want to be as fast as possible every time. More throttle. Left. And didn't even need to left foot brake. Almost got it. No, the idea behind full throttle drifting is that you're driving so fast and at such big angles that full throttle cannot spin you out. Mm-hmm. So if you feel that you're going full throttle and the car starts fishtailing on you and the angle's wavering, if you go faster, or if you have more angle at that moment, it's gonna go away. So try that again, and pretty much when you hit the full lock steering, This is when you start just like gently removing throttle. Maybe in a few blips, just like make sure it's stabilized. But being full throttle, full lock is good enough. It's pretty controllable.
Okay.
You do have this feeling that this car just has about, if it had like 20% more, it would reach anywhere on this track, right? That's the idea. That's the idea, because in a pro car, this is just like third gear full throttle, no issue. You, in this car, it's like a Pro-Am, you will need to actually balance this. So what I'm noticing is you are releasing throttle as you're entering the corner and stabilizing the car.
Yes.
But that's the problem. You're releasing it a little bit too early for a little bit too much, because you're stabilizing it at half angle, and then you have issue because you have to grow more angle, and the only way you can grow angle is by being on throttle. So basically, when you're doing the second half of transition, keep it on throttle until you're pretty much going full lock, and then just release throttle and go back on throttle, and it should be like bam, bam, and that's it.
So
Try that.
on the
But
transition, right before I transition, I usually left foot brake to kind of help me throw it out. Does that?
yeah, just in the middle of transition,
Yes.
be on throttle.
No brake at all?
That throttle will help you rotate the car more. No, you don't need it, because you've got enough power to just rotate on throttle like you would in any other drift. But once you got to full lock pretty much, to the angle that you need for the next corner, you just release throttle and go back on throttle. Because when you left foot brake, you're gonna slow yourself down. And the slower you drift, the harder it gets.
True.
The less stable the car goes.
You're in the drone, you said, right? So you see my brake lights?
I see everything. I also see your pedal position, so.
Like usually right here, once I start to turn, boom, I hit the brake right here. Just a little slight tap on the front brake to...
Yeah. Just keep the throttle a little bit more in the middle of transition. Okay, e-brake extended. That's good. Okay, that's better. Yeah, the thing is, if you just tap the brakes a little bit, you will increase your angle. You will slow yourself down. You will slow the RPM down of the engine and the wheel speed, and you will load up the front axle more. And the more you got weight on the front axle, the more crucial the precision of your steering is. And you know that in drifting, the throttle is the more crucial one when you're actually controlling the car. So what you want to do to have more control on the throttle is to have the rear loaded. So yeah, just more throttle on transition in the middle of it. So basically, like, you release the throttle a little bit to get the car start rotating, and then before it goes past middle, you just mash the throttle. Make sure, pretty much imagine that you want to do a backy. Just really, really rotate it. And once you get to full angle, that's when you quickly release throttle and get back on it.
So easy.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely easy once you get used to it. on. Don't be shy. Show me what you got. Almost was a big daddy flick. This is good. Yeah. Once you start running into this problem, you found the idea of that actual corner. The idea is you should not have enough wheel speed to take that corner properly, so you need to extend that one. In that second to last corner, you can e-brake or you can touch the front brake, the foot brakes. Just to keep it sliding a little bit further to get it into the corner. Once you start having the problem of getting in there, this is what I'm gonna tell you that you should do. You be using the brakes.
Oh boy.
Let's go. You're doing a three-way initiation. Try a two-way next time. See, you released the throttle for too long. You started losing angle. Okay, when you're initiating right, left, right, it's gonna take up a lot of time for you to do that. To have a lot of time to do that, you need a lot of room. Right here, you don't have any real room to do anything. So what you can do is go left, right, and that's about it. Going like three-point initiation, sure, it's easier, but just try it two-way and it's gonna be a lot better because the first flick is always way more aggressive than the second one.
Okay.
You're going the wrong way. Okay. Terrible. You can e-brake into the initiation if you feel like you've got a lot too much speed. Just this dual flick and then tiny little e-brake, just to make sure you got the angle good, you've got the lines basically set up. I've seen much worse, so it's good enough. There we go. You see, you release the throttle right after the center
And I
point
pulled the
of
handbrake
transition.
too.
And you pull the handbrake, but you release the throttle right here. You didn't release the throttle pretty much at all. And the car kept rotating and rotating and even got more angle than you needed. Just use the throttle to rotate the car a lot more. The car can take it. Start with the second gear. Why do you always start with first? That was half throttle and left foot. Try and what are you doing with your hands when the car is transitioning? Are you holding the wheel? Are you tracing it, or are you like releasing it completely?
When the car is doing what?
Transitioning.
I don't know. Good question.
Well, are you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Well then, release the steering wheel enough for it to spin on its own, but so you still maintain contact with it. That way,
don't think I
when
ever
you
let go
really
of.
need,
I don't think I ever let go of the wheel where I'm not touching it. I'm always touching it with my.
never let go of completely.
Yeah, I think I'm always touching
Okay,
it.
so when you need a more aggressive transition, touch it a bit harder. Basically, just apply a tiny bit of pressure on the steering rim. It will slow down the counter steer, and it will make the car flick a lot more aggressively. And when you go with this aggressive flick, that's when you just release the steering wheel, and it will counter steer properly again. It's basically you slow down the self steer of the car.
So
To have a
you
more
think
aggressive transition.
it's too slow of a self steer? Because it's kind of like what I'm feeling too.
No, I don't think it's too slow a self steer. I think it's way too fast of a self steer right now. That's why the transitions are so
really?
slow and sluggish. Yeah, because it can counter steer perfectly, so it's slowing down the transition. So if you slow the steering down with your hands, it's gonna start lagging behind, and the angle is gonna get a little bit out of control, which is what you want if you want to have snappy transitions.
So what should I be doing with my hands? Helping it or slowing it down?
Basically, if you're not getting enough angle quickly enough, you should slow down the steering wheel a little bit by touching it harder. It should still spin in your hands, but just like
apply pressure.
Apply a little bit of pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
Right here, apply pressure now. Noticed it? Right here, everything is good. And then now.
I have to do some right foot braking.
Yeah, you did, but the car, all you've done by that is pretty much just slow the car at the same angle that it was.
And know, over there I had to throw the wheel to initiate it.
Yeah, but I've got my wheel set up that way, so if I release it completely, I can barely manji with it without me touching the steering wheel because it counter steers so aggressively. So it pretty much catches the slide all the time on its own. So I have to be like really hammering on the paddles to keep the drift going.
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is I'm slowing down the steering wheel by holding it. Not holding, but like letting it slide through my fingers at different intervals. But my technique is a little bit different because I basically use my fingers as brake pads on the brake rotor. I would just squeeze it and release it a little bit at certain points.
On your
But
steering
that's
wheel.
my drift style. Yeah, that's my drift style. The same goes for my pedal input. I go full throttle or no throttle. I'm very like I'm gonna commit to something completely, or I'm not gonna touch it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm doing the transitions and I need to slow the steering go down, I'm gonna be like clamp, 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 and that's it.
So you don't even left foot brake much?
Only when I really need to slow down, or if I'm doing good enough speed and angle, but I'm too shallow on the line and I need to make it look like I'm filling out the outer zone. So I will touch the left foot brake to let the rear step out a little bit more. It's basically a cheating tactic that was invented by Formula Drift pilots when they were driving next to the wall, because
Yeah.
you're barely slowing down, but you're getting yourself enough angle just because you're actually slowing the front down a little bit. I would prefer not to do that because left foot brake for me is when you need to slow down and if you need to really ramp up the angle, or when you're chasing and you need to keep pace with the front car and it's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
So, and on transition when you're chasing, yeah, I would go full throttle and I'm just going to be tapping the brakes a little bit right before transition, just to let him pull away a little bit to give him enough room to transition, so I don't get my front cut off by his rear bumper. That's pretty much all the situations where I'm going to be using the left foot brake.
Interesting. That is commitment there. I still need to use it to kind of fix my position.
Don't fix your position. The position is being fixed by basically aiming your inertia outside the track. You spent a lot of time, basically, on the second corner here. If you spent a lot of time just pointing the car at the outer wall and full throttling it, as soon as you're pointing at the wall, just make sure the car is accelerating into the wall, and then you do your transition. The line you're gonna take, the inertia that you've accumulated by pushing your car into the wall, after the transition, that inertia is gonna be pulling you outside. And you're gonna be using maximum angle and maximum throttle just to push your car back inside. And that's how you choose your line. This is how you run the outside line pretty much. So if you need to correct your lines with left foot brake, then something went wrong a lot longer before that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much on every transition that I do, I aim outside the track. And then I put a lot of angle and I use my throttle to just counter that inertia that pulls me outside.
Wow, but then how do you pick your exact initiation spot?
Oh,
You're just that
that
comfortable with
is
your car,
basically. Well, at a certain point, yeah, I'm comfortable enough to do that. But if I want to go like centimeters and millimeters on the line, it's also trial and error and adjusting a certain car to a certain track. So I'm gonna go to the track, I'm gonna initiate like I do, and I'm gonna see like, okay, so I didn't make it to like 3 meters to the outside line. So I'm gonna start aiming way more to the outside. I'm gonna start pushing way more to the outside before I even initiate, just to make sure when I swing it, the car will be pulled even harder outside. So yeah, I can do it like on first, second try, and it's not gonna be precise on competition standards. It's gonna be precise enough because I'm comfortable enough with my car. I know what it does. But once I spent like an hour on that track, I know exactly the spot where I have to throw the car. I know exactly the speed that I have to be going. I know exactly the moment I have to like touch the e-brake or flick the wheel or slow the wheel down. But every track is different, so you have to adjust your skill. Your skill will help you understand how to do that and do it comfortably. But repetitions on that track will help you get that specific track perfectly.
Every track is different, every surface. At least here.
Yep. Yeah. Almost. The reason your transition stopped is because you hit the wall.
Oh, I did?
Yep. I'd say you would need a new tail lights and probably a trunk. The Kevlar will hold for at least another season. Yeah, the only reason you didn't transition that hard is because you slid right across alongside the wall.
Oh.
Bit too aggressive, but okay. Okay.
A little bit of grass.
There's no more there is no more rails on the chassis. Keep going. That was a cent and a half. That was good. Don't be afraid, man. I know you were looking that I'm sliding to the outside. Yeah, that's good. Just e-brake a little bit to slow down because you're going in pretty hot. And then just mash the throttle so you can push yourself away from that outside. Because your car is pointing with its ass towards the grass. And you don't want to go on the grass, so all you have to do is just apply the throttle to get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that the first transition to the outside line, that was pretty good. Rotated even harder. Just slow down the steering wheel even harder. And you will not need to wait so long to stabilize the drift and get the good angle. Boom. Yeah, go, yes. Steering, yes. Way too early.
Yeah.
Way too early on the transition into the red stripes.
I didn't have enough momentum, I don't think, and I tried to use the handbrake to extend it.
Yeah. The idea is you've got enough momentum for this big corner, the left-hander, and then you have to slow down to get the first transition, and then you have to use medium angle to shoot towards the wall and to the left-hand corner. So yeah, the idea of conserving momentum works, but you still need to sacrifice some to get to sometimes where you're going. So those two red lines, into them, slow out of them at lower angle fast. Oh, that was aggressive. That was way too aggressive. Medium angle. Good. Don't let go. Keep on throttle. You've got Wise Fab or something similar. It's gonna hold.
No!
Good enough. Yeah, but that's a lot smoother than when you started, so it's good. I'm seeing a lot more commitment, a lot more fluidity. This is getting good. So, how are you feeling?
What's that?
Well, yeah, of course it is, but how are you feeling? How are you feeling, though?
Starting to break a little sweat. I'm gonna need to take my sweater off.
Okay, you've been doing this. You've been doing this for about 50 minutes. Usually, brains of normal humans stop absorbing information in about an hour. And once I see that brain stops braining and you just keep going on muscle memory, this one where you should stop. So pretty much everything you're doing right now is pretty good. So keep on going, and I'm gonna tell you if you start making mistakes that shouldn't be there, that were not there like 20 minutes ago.
Okay. What's up? My daughter came to say something. What's up? No, I'm not going to the church. You guys go. Love you.
Oh, church.
Yeah, they're going to the church.
I forgot how religious
Why?
America is with that. I forgot how religious America is with that. Like church on Sundays in the or something like that. Yeah, I'm forgetting how normal this is because I have not seen people go to church in like ages.
Really?
And then I mean, there are churches and people go there, but going there like on a planned basis, like every Sunday we go to church at this time. No, haven't seen that.
The newer generation or like the older? Like, do you have any grandmas,
the older generation
uncles, or anything like that?
Church and lives there, basically. Yeah. Grandmas just live in the church.
Right.
And the medium generation, like 40 to 50 years, they can sometimes, like, okay, I mean, I need to put like they say, I need to put a candle for this guy and for that prayer and stuff. Yeah, they will just pick a time where they're not doing shopping and they're gonna go to church and then go back. It's not like regimented church going.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like Sunday 12 o'clock church. Okay, medium, good. Nice.
I had to do some handbrake. This block was too close.
It's okay to use handbrake there. Yeah, I just crossed the fucking road, man. Okay, so when you're going into the first red stripes, when you're exiting them, try and have less angle. Just basically stabilize the car a little bit earlier and try to get as much speed into the next transition as you can. And then you just throw the car pretty much into a backy. And then follow those yellow lines and do a huge angle circle. So once you're done, it's like, what is it, third zone? Yeah, third zone, the two red stripes, exit it with a small, you enter it with a big angle, exit with a small angle, and then just accelerate in small angle and do transition into a huge angle.
Let's try it. Let's see if the brain will brain.
Let's see if it goes. Don't be afraid of the wall. It's just a wall. And that was very smooth, but that did not allow you to get some big angle next to the wall. Right, here's a thing that almost nobody tells you. And finished, good. Here's the thing nobody really tells you. Just now, you were sliding outside into the grass, and what you've done was release the throttle to bring the drift under control and start pulling inside. What actually happened, you were still going into the grass. If you were on throttle, you would increase your angle. And if you increase your angle, you push the car more into the shallow line. So if you're trying to go into the grass, reduce the angle, which is what you do by releasing throttle. But you want to push away from the grass, go on throttle. This is something that is so counterintuitive that most people don't even understand that this is a problem. So if you're flying out, fly out on full throttle. There's a higher chance for you to push away at higher angle than for you to just like get a lot more grip on the front, on the rear, and then just stop drifting and keep on going and saving the car.
For sure.
Because if that doesn't work, you're gonna smash the entire left side of the car into a wall, for example. That's wheels, tires, body kit, control arms, everything. If you go on full throttle, you hit it with your rear bash bar.
Right.
This is a lot cheaper and safer. All right. Yeah, I think you're getting done. I think you're getting tired. Let's see another few rounds.
Braining.
Just make sure that it. Yeah, pretty much. Just let's make sure that it's not a fluke. And if I see some of the same issues, then it's time to drop it.
Damn, you have this broken down into science.
Oh yeah, this is how I have to explain this with my driver when I'm spotting. Because we have to speak some certain language that we both understand, and it's maths. Math and science is understood by everybody. It's okay that you missed it. Just keep going. Throttle, throttle. You need more angle, not less. But I'm seeing a lot more comfortable drives than when you started. This is already good. Okay, one more time.
Bird
that
ag.
wall. You also clipped the... Oh, shit.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, you also clipped the curbs right over the grass after that wall. And you pretty much rode on that. I thought that was it. Okay, one last time, send it. And then we'll take a break. Yeah. All right.
License disqualified. Revoked.
Not completely, but close enough. Saving
Right to jail.
replay. Believe it or not, straight to jail. Immediate. Okay, we can get out of the sim, and I'm gonna start streaming my screen. Where's this?
Get out of this map.
Oh, yeah, I just shut it down. We're done driving. Like, my qualifying is tomorrow in the first group again. They always put me in the first group.
First group?
Yeah, always. This is what they do. They just put me in the first group. Exactly. I'm streaming this. Yeah, I'm streaming where I should be. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. YouTube. Not YouTube. I'm gonna do it with this. Right. I'm ready.
Okay, what am I doing?
You are watching my screen.
Watch stream.
Yep. So this is the car that I'm usually making people run on this track. It's got a bit more grip and a bit more power, but it's close enough. This is like the baseline of what we're looking for.
Wow.
That was what we were looking for.
Wow.
Now let's go see what we got. Hey, content manager, wake up. Replays. And play. So, do you want to see what was happening in the beginning?
Sure.
This is gonna be it. So, in the beginning.
Oh man. The beginning.
In the beginning. Right there, you left foot braked, and there was no effect on it.
Yeah.
Left foot brake here.
Boom.
Left foot wall, yeah. So, drive. Right here, you just allowed it to transition on its own without really telling it where to transition.
Needed to go so much deeper.
Yeah. Many people don't realize how close to their pretty much head the rear of the car is. And they think it's about 5 meters behind their head. So they go into the center of the track and just stay there.
Yeah.
This is what we were doing in 37. That should be good enough. At least a few of those were good. Fast forward it. Even more fast forward it. I think. There we go. 39.2. This is where it got you. That wasn't very graceful, but still something to work on.
Oh my.
Okay, not that. Not this run.
Looking from this view, the car looks a lot more gripped up than it feels like inside.
Because it is very gripped up. It always has been. Even the first version was super grippy.
Wow. It don't feel like that when you're in the car though.
Yeah, but that's because you don't trust it. You don't trust it, and the thing is, you're trying to see it being gripped up without being able to feel it gripped up.
Yeah.
Because you're in virtual. In real life, you can feel it gripping, so it's fine. In a sim, you just have to trust it.
That's what it is in real life. Like, you know,
your ass feels that, basically.
I started driving after doing a bunch of practices of polecat with my car. I started driving when I got there. I'm like, holy shit, I need to put like 65 psi in my tires because like I can't even spin them.
Yeah, but right now you had like 360 horsepower. And this thing has 500 something. Right here, you're waiting for the car to stabilize before you're applying throttle properly to go into the corner. And the problem with this is...
Yeah, I lost it.
Here, you heard it. Yeah, you didn't lose it. This is what you do all the time. You're waiting for it to stabilize. You don't have to wait. Just trust the car to stabilize and be on throttle already, because if you're not on throttle, you're not getting you're not increasing angle. And if you're not increasing angle, the rear tires are pushing you there, right here. And if you have more angle, and the car is gonna start pushing away from the wall. So you need to trust the car. This kind of breaks the line in the first corner. Right here, you're already doing the transition. If you push just basically delay the transition a little bit, tiny little bit, till you're about here, you're gonna spend a bit more time pushing your car into the wall. So when you transition, there's gonna be inertia pulling you onto the outside. Because right now, bam, see, that's a meter. That's like not meter. That's probably like 3 meters. 3 meters more to the right, and you'd be here. But also, you'd be on throttle, and the car wouldn't go onto the inside because the inertia would be still pulling it outside, and you'd follow this line without any issue. Just basically, you store this inertia, and then you use it throughout the beginning of the corner, just to keep you on the outside.
Yep, because right after this, then I start to tap my front brake to pull my ass back towards the grass.
Yeah, and you don't need to if you just have enough inertia pulling you into the grass.
So my
foot brake
initiation setup is off.
Basically, yeah. From the initiation, all you need to do is just aim outside the track all the time. Right here. See, I think that's 2 meters wide between those lines. And you're pretty much on those lines with your front tire as you start your transition. And you hit those lines perfectly. This car does... Pretty much no car really needs a lot of room to transition. So you can off-put your transition to the very last moment. That was a hit. Right here with the throttle or with the steering wheel. That's good.
Go back a little bit, like 3 seconds. That wobble was so ugly. It's like back and forth.
There's plenty of wobbles, but yeah, but that track makes, because this is downhill. This is uphill.
Oh.
This is downhill, and uphill, and more uphill. And then there's gonna be a gradient change, and then you're gonna go over crest. Yeah, it's fine. This track is designed to catch you out all the time. Oh. It's pretty much impossible to do a perfect run here. Even the donuts here are done at incline, so you cannot just... Some people just would find this position of the steering wheel and the throttle pedal and do perfect donut. And if they keep that, they're gonna keep doing the perfect donut. I don't want that. I don't want a perfect donut. I want to see a person understanding how to increase angle, decrease angle. Yeah, it's the same with the whole track. This whole track is built for you to trip up. Right here, you're going to the left, you're storing inertia to pull you outside. And this is where you, if you accelerate more, basically not accelerate, just put the throttle in more and keep it, the car will pick up more angle.
But I think
and the inertia would be pulling you towards this line. No, not really. No? You're on clutch.
Oh.
No, you're on clutch. So this lack of trust in the car is what's killing it most of the time. You have to just trust it to grip up, because there is grip in this thing.
So I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I have 3 hours in this car since you built it.
Not bad. What about the any other cars?
The other car you built, I have, I want to say...
Any other cars, like... After I've built this, any other cars, Swarm, VDC, anything.
My total hours on Assetto is 300. Not even 250.
Oh, okay. So you're a beginner. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's good enough. Right here, you've done exactly what I've been talking about the previous run.
Go.
Right here. Aim towards the wall, and do not let it countersteer all that much. So you keep basically crossing the entire width of the track, and bam, all that inertia stored is gonna pull you towards the line, and you can be already on throttle.
Mm-hmm.
This wobble was because of the track. Now you're going down. Here you decided to go off track, but it's okay.
Dead.
And that last moment happened, and I'm gonna show you how it happened. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so you transition it into the blue line. Right now, everything is good. Everything is great. You're on throttle, and you're picking up. You don't have enough angle because that car doesn't have all that much power to go into full walk at 80. So everything's reasonable. You're picking up a lot of speed. What you have to do is start turning the steering wheel to the left and just increase the angle because the line's going to the left.
Mm-hmm. So
And
would
it's
your left
happening,
foot brake
and
at
then
all
you
to
release the
help
throttle.
increase the angle or no?
I could, yeah, but I would advise against it because do not be dependent on the left foot brakes.
Just do a little flick
Because
of
what
the
was
wheel.
happening, yeah, because what was happening right there is look at the steering.
Mm-hmm.
You go left, the car increases angle,
And
everything's good, and you release throttle, and the rear start. You release the throttle, and that's when the car loses all resemblance of control.
Not enough throttle. I still
If you were on
continue
throttle,
on that trajectory, which
pretty
is too
much,
high.
yeah, you would have started to push away from the wall if you had more angle.
Mm-hmm.
Right here is where everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna load up my super secret simulation software. Here's the corner. Here's the car. There's the front wheels. There's the rear wheels. And we have transitioned from here to there. So let's say our inertia is pulling us here. Okay. And your rear wheels can only push you in one direction. Yeah. There. So the average of these two forces, let's call it like that. This is going to be the graph of the average. Is going to be pushing you there. Approximately.
Right.
So if you remove the force that pushes you away from this evil grass or a wall or, I don't know, Chelsea Denova, whoever, if you remove this force, the only force that's left is this one. There's going to be some residual inertia of this force that's going to still allow you to go there, but that trajectory is going to be going like this. At any angle, if you remove the throttle, it's going to be starting going there. The only way you can actually get more grip by releasing throttle is when you're so overpowered and under-gripped that, for example, in fourth gear, you just put the throttle down at low enough speed and you just redline. And then it starts resembling like you're driving on summer tires in the winter, like in the snow, where like you need really, really gentle throttle application.
Well,
The
like the
only
rain
time
drift.
you're gonna need to release, yeah, pretty much. The only time you're gonna start seeing more speed in a slide and more grip in a slide when you remove throttle is when you're overpowered. And you're not gonna be overpowered. You're gonna have like 500, 600 horsepower. It's not overpowered for this chassis. More so, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be quite underpowered if you got a grippy enough tire.
So you
Because I
think,
think 600 horsepower out there. I have this video somewhere.
dude? I don't know. I am honestly like.
Yeah, this is 650 horsepower on 245 Westlake RS. 245 is not a big tire. This chassis is that gripped up. He's full throttling
How much
every
horsepower?
zone. He's low angling. 650. It's
On a
not enough for this
245.
track. Yeah, and it's not enough for this track. This is the good thing about the 36 and the 46. They're
This is a
gripped up like
36,
a
right?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing is gripped up like a bastard. Even on 245s.
Dude, I drive on
It just
265s.
Yeah, I know.
On
So you're gonna be even more gripped up. So
Zaknova's
you're not gonna be
UHP.
overpowered. Yeah, but you're not gonna be overpowered at all. So you're gonna be your only real choice is just to throttle out of everything.
You know, I was like,
You will not need this like removing throttle a little bit to get a little bit more grip. No, that only works when you don't have enough grip or you have too much power.
I was just thinking about. I was at the shop with my buddy yesterday working about it, and we were talking about like this car when it gets built. How I'm gonna have more than double the power. How am I gonna handle it? I have no idea.
Easy. Are you changing the tire size?
Nope. I'm staying with
in any meaningful way?
No, I'm staying with the same 265.
No. Okay. So, and it's a street tire or a semi-slick?
It's a drifting tire. A Zaknova UHP, Akrova UHP.
Zaknova Akrova UHP.
Yeah. It says it's like 300 treadwear, but that motherfucker is not 300.
I think it's more.
Less.
Less?
Mm-hmm.
That's a semi-slick. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna do just fine. All you have to do is pick a good enough. If all you have to do is pick a correct gear for the corner. That's it. You're not gonna have any real problems with this.
No.
Just look at it. This thing is not street legal in any meaningful way.
No, it's not street legal. And this tire is very sticky, dude. Very sticky. Like I said, with my stock,
yeah, it says
64,
it says 340 UHP. That both of those are a lie.
It is a lie. It's like
it's not
200,
ultra
if that, maybe even 150, I would say.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's not ultra high performance because UHP is a street tire designation. Like, I'm gonna show what was favorites.
Bro, these tires are 74. 74 euros? What is that?
Yeah. That is Redestar No Tracks Santa. That's as close to a semi-slick as you're gonna get to on while being street legal. This thing is about 500 treadwear.
Wow.
That thing is amazing good. Even on the track, this never steered me wrong. When I was still doing tracks like time attacks and stuff just for fun. Yeah, that thing is an UHP. It's not a semi-slick. However,
weird.
That is a semi-slick. Oh yeah, it's amazingly cool. It's super cool, man. And just understand, when I just put them on, I could just take my fingers and squish those tire treads with my fingers, and then look at them slowly get back into shape.
Huh.
That's how soft this is, and it's 500,
Wow.
and it's street legal. Yeah, and it's still somewhat of a normal tire.
I've never seen a tire like this.
What
I
you
want
got?
to see if we can find them here. VR.
I'm not sure they're still. I'm not sure they're still in production, but Redestein did make some amazing tires back in the day.
Huh.
And these were like dirt cheap compared to the competition.
Well, I'm looking right now. The Krova UHPs I just pulled up somewhere in Europe, 74 euros. That's cheap, man. Holy shit. We paid twice.
How much were you paying for one? Holy shit!
Like 145 a tire.
Yeah, that's a that's a lot. I'm gonna check out.
The only 100, like the cheapest tire we can get is probably gonna be Accelera, 351, which is 340 treadwear tire, they say, but that tire has no forward grip whatsoever. Like when I went to an event with my buddy in a 330, at the takeoff,
yeah,
I could not even keep up with him in the 330.
Interesting. Yeah.
And that was after I did.
Well, that's also because he's got less power, probably. No.
What's that?
Less power in first gear usually beats more power.
True. And
just like off the line.
Yeah, and I'm on a I was on a 410 diff. He was on like 2.9, I think, or something like that.
Oh, his first gear is also quite tall then.
Yeah, but I would just spin. I would just spin,
Yeah.
and not go anywhere. And Denofa was like, "Oh yeah, do the settings, do this, click that many clicks here, that many clicks there," and I'm just like, "Fuck, this is getting even worse, man."
When somebody starts saying do this specific thing in a setup, this is when I understand that they do not understand the physics of the process.
Dude, that's exactly
or they don't want to tell you.
I went to that Denofa's classroom to see what he was gonna say, and then the first thing he tells me, "Oh, you need to lower your front." I'm like, "Get out of here."
Okay. Why? Seriously, why?
I don't know, because every car that I've talked to, every BMW driver that I spoke with, they all raise their rears and they
either level or yeah. Why?
I don't know, but I hate the way the
either
car
the car is level or the front is up. Yeah, because what we do is we raise the fronts and we lower the rear.
Yeah, that's what I like too. Raise the front, kind of like that bulldog stance look to it.
Yeah, and that's simple. If this is your car, these are your tires, and it goes there. And this is your center of gravity, exactly in the middle between them. Then if you rotate the entire car backwards by raising the front and dropping the rear, this will move here. And you'll have more weights on the rear. You'll be faster. You'll be driving with your feet, not with your hands. That's it. That's what happens every time.
That's how I feel
also,
too.
Let me see what. Mm-hmm.
What's up with that? Why is it raked like that? Why is this?
The thing is
squatting?
I'm pretty sure the Denofa knows exactly what he's doing and exactly how to set the car up. He just doesn't want to share that information.
He's telling idiots, "Oh, do this.
This works like this. That works like this." I want to see their car in a. It's forbidden. Well, this is level.
You can see it's a little bit lower in the back. Or much bigger tire
This
in the
is
back.
level. This is the level. And for some reason, you need to drop the fronts. Why doesn't he do that? What's up with this?
Yeah.
This is level. Yeah. I know that Danofa knows how to set the car up, and I'm pretty sure if he wanted to explain that to everybody, he would. But the thing is, when you're setting the car up, you get a baseline setup, and then you start adjusting it to your own driving style.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it's done, and there is no like you have to have like 70 newton meters of torque on your rear anterior bar. No, it's like, do you need more or do you need less according to your feel? If you feel you need less, you're gonna have less. If you feel you need more, you're gonna get more. But there is no like 55 is perfect for this car. No, it's perfect for this car for somebody's driving style. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, I don't like E46s with anti-roll bars at all. I don't like the way they handle with an anti-roll bar. They slide out too much.
You don't drive them with
They've
anti-roll
got.
bar at all?
I have removed both the anti-roll bars of my compact at one point, and it was perfect.
Really?
This is how I wanted it. Yeah, was exactly how I liked to drive it.
So I'm
It would
assuming
not.
no roll bar
I
in the
had
back, more grip, right?
no roll bar in the back, more grip, less slide, no roll bar in the front, no precision on the steering needed at all. I would just send it into the corner, mash the throttle, and the car would sort itself out because the rear would grip up and the front would just not be important enough for me to do precise inputs. And that was it. This was how I drove. And the guy I'm working for this year, he prefers an adjustable front bar on a 36 and no rear bar because he feels that for every track he needs a different front bar. And
Hmm.
that's how he does it. Yeah, you could, for you, it may be the other way around. Maybe you want no bar in the front and bar in the rear. Also, in Sim, it's the same thing because what's the like these cars, Swarm, I don't care. I drive them just out of the box. I can deal with them in any way. Then there's this thing. I cannot drive it without anti-roll bars at all. And if I'm driving what I'm driving right now, which is DCGP E92, this thing, for some reason, I cannot drive this if I don't have negative toe in the front, no anti-roll bar in the front,
Negative
and
toe.
massive anti-roll bar. Yeah,
What?
this is the only way I can drive this. I
Negative
know.
toe, you mean toe in?
Yeah, the front is closed.
What the fuck?
I know. This is how I'm driving this car. I close the front toe.
So it must be fast as hell if you're
I
towed in on the front.
no, it's just a lot more. When going sideways, this particular car with my particular driving style is a lot more planted. That's it. I have no front anti-roll bar, so the steering input is kind of important, but it also makes it a lot more snappy, which I like. Then it's got this negative toe, which for some reason makes it a lot more predictable and removes angle wavering. And the rear, I just make as slidey as possible, and then I set up as much grip as possible with the springs, settings, and the alignment. And then I have positive, and I also basically close the rear tires also so it would push more. Yeah,
Wow.
this is the weirdest fucking setup I have ever driven. And it works. And it works with my driving style exclusively because I've given this setup to another guy. And he said, "How the fuck are you driving this thing?"
Sounds like
And
I want to say
yeah,
the same thing. How the fuck do you drive it?
I can show you how I drive it. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Studio. I'm making content. This is some random practice session I just sent to my spotter. Yeah, you can see my throttle inputs here. This is how I throttle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice run.
I,
What's motor in
I
that
have
thing?
no idea. That has an LS2 or LS3 with a nitro and a turbo, and has like 800 horsepower. Could use a few more hundred more though. Also,
Few hundred more
every car.
horsepower?
Yeah, 1000. My perfect pro car power output is 1100. This is exactly what I want it to be, and I want to be able to dial down the turbo to have it 900 if I need to.
Oh.
This is my perfect setup for Seto. Because it might actually help show you something. Playback speed, a quarter. Shut this down. Right, so this is like this huge flick on initiation. I am on e-brake and I am on brakes at the same time because I need to rotate this car very aggressively. I need to slow it down. I'm using e-brake to make sure that the line that I've chosen stays on that line because when you e-brake, the car just goes straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean it straightens out. It goes exactly in the same direction where the inertia takes it. And I
Right.
have been accelerating towards these cones this entire time. So I'm e-braking to make sure I'm going towards the cones, and I'm braking to slow down and to rotate the car. So this is when I use left foot braking.
That's very precise, man. Right on the money.
I've
No handbraking.
seen others people do it, and yeah, it, right here, throttle. Basically, everything here is going to be mostly steering inputs. And I'm just using throttle on my joint. This car is overpowered, if we're honest about it. And it's not because it's got a lot of power, it's because these tires are shit. So it wants to go into the grass. And I'm releasing throttle and getting back on throttle to find this little limit of grip so I could push a little bit onto the inside. But that's only because the car is overpowered for the grip levels that it has. If it was a VDC car, I'd be on full throttle through there. Here, I'm releasing throttle and getting that gets the rear gripped up. When the rear grips up, the front goes the other way. That's how I start my transition. And right before the middle transition, I go full throttle to rotate the rear, get it transition to the other side. And that was release of throttle and back on throttle. That was stabilizing the drift in this angle.
Handbrake, handbrake.
Nope. Left foot brake to half. Just to get, because I'm feeling that my rear is not going to be on this line
But I don't see the
when I
wheels
get to
spinning yet.
the.
They look stationary. There you go, spin.
That's because it's that slowed down. They're actually working.
Oh,
I'm
got
on
it.
full throttle and I'm left foot braking just to leave my fronts on that line and make the rear step out a little bit. And yeah, you've seen it was like half a second, half pedal. That's all that it took for the car to do its thing. Transition here, same thing. And I'm doing the slow clutch in and just slow. I think it's called floating these days. So you just clutch in and do the transition. So the car just keeps onto the outside a little bit more. It just slides out a little bit like on e-brake, but it doesn't slow down that much. So again, throttle, and I'm releasing throttle. I'm releasing throttle just to get a little bit of push forward. Because right now, if I just increase my angle, I'm gonna push the rear tire into the wall and I'm just gonna clip it. There is now not really that much space anymore. So I just start releasing the throttle just to find that little bit of grip. Right here, it's gonna be full throttle, and a lot of people have foot brake here. I just turn the steering wheel a little bit to the left, and that increases the angle of the car. That's all I needed. Again, playing with the throttle, tiny little bit, just to make sure I'm pushing away from the grass. And this is where I switch into fourth, and yeah, somewhere around here. And on throttle.
Man, that's a nice line.
And this works surprisingly. Yeah, this is one of the hardest tracks to complete properly that I have seen yet. Because the first corner is a tricky one, the last one is tricky, and when you're doing it in first person view, you cannot see anything because the initiation is after an uphill. So first you have to initiate, and then you're going uphill, and then you're reaching the zone where you find out if you were right or not. And the last corner is the same, so you don't see where you're actually transitioning.
What view do you see when you're, let's say, competing? Do you use just your driver?
I'm in VR.
I know, but some people,
just inside
I see,
the
they drive on the roof. What's his name?
Yeah, because a lot of people do that because they cannot drive first person view and they really want to win. There are also people who use a floating camera like a drone camera so they know exactly where the rear of their bumper is.
Yeah, but
And they also compete. Yeah.
Yeah, like what's this guy? Ostreka, Darius Ostreka. You know him?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I've driven with him like this week twice or 3 times.
Oh, really? Well,
he's on the same competition as I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing this competition as a warm up.
He drives on the roof.
He would do roof cam, yeah. But here's the thing: I'm gonna show you how to set up a roof camera, and now you understand why people are doing it. I'm not gonna ruin this car because I'm driving it a lot. I'm gonna ruin this car. So drive. So what you would do is,
I think I know what you're talking about. You just raise your head above the roof line, right? You use
yeah, but you also do separate things that many people don't understand. So you can see shit, like at all. This is awful. First of all, you can't see shit what's on the left side. So of course, you put your camera in the center. Then you can see shit what's right next to you, because how you gonna let somebody transition if you don't know exactly where your front bumper is? And now you can see shit on what's on your sides. So you put your camera somewhere out there, even more actually, and more. This is a long car. Wow, yeah. Because how you gonna know where exactly the car is? So this is good enough. So you go even higher up. And you don't need to see the top half, so it's easy. 14 degrees is maximum allowed. That's good enough. That's almost where we want it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up these two corners of my screen, the left and the right bottom one, with my rear tire's trajectory at 45 degrees of angle. So if a line on the track goes on this perfect corner, that means my tire is on that line. We've put the Latvian drift champion virtual into a pro car, this E36 once, because he really wanted to see what it's like. Do you know what he asked for? Asked the first thing he asked: "How do you see the road? How do you know where the rear of the car is? How do you know how much space is there on the right?
Right.
Where's the front of the car ending?" And I'm looking at him like, "You beat me 3 times out of 4 in that championship, and you don't know how to fucking drive." Bravo. This is why you drive from the driver's seat. This is the only way to drive, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, to me it's also weird, but I kind of get it. The guys that are competing, I guess they're taking a little bit of an advantage of the software to
They're taking a lot. No, they're taking a lot of an advantage, and then they say it's not that much of an advantage. This is what they're actually doing. They're also saying it's not that big a deal. Everybody's doing it. What's the big advantage? And I'm like, this is a
yeah,
chase
no, but you
camera from
see
what
a
I'm seeing.
completely different point of view from being in
Exactly.
here and being from the
I'm
roof.
guessing where the front of the car is. I'm guessing everything. It's literally guesswork. At first, it's guesswork. Then you approximately know where the front of the car is. But yeah,
You got to spend hours in that car
that's not too much.
to feel it.
Yeah, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much of an advantage. Come on. Like, sure. Yeah, I just don't want to drive like that. I don't think it's
So there's no
even interesting.
regulations in comps, like, all right, you're gonna be using VR or you're gonna be using a
In
monitor.
most comps, no.
No, you can pick your poison, how you drive or what you
In
see.
most competitions, not. Yeah,
Huh.
there is a Finnish comp that's coming up, but the thing is, they should have this one. They should have announced on the 15th of December registration for the pro class, and they only showed up their next car pack. So I'm not even sure if this is happening because I've already got a car lined up for this.
Wow.
If the camera moves away from the driver's actual head position in the game more than 15 centimeters, then the throttle stops working.
Oh shit! It's built into like the rules.
That's the script. Yeah, that's the script they're running on the server.
Man.
So everybody is sitting in their goddamn seats. Nobody's sitting on the roof. Everybody's doing it properly. VR drivers are in there. I mean, I've driven their last year's cars and they were absolute shit to drive, but this is the only place that actually does this.
Interesting.
So
So I don't
what
think
choice do I
Osaka is
really
going to
have?
be
Yeah.
joining that one, that comp.
Oh no,
But
he
I
was
don't
not.
think he even has, like, I've seen his
Because this is
setup.
when I'm
He plays on like a 12-inch fucking monitor though.
driving this. Yeah, but whose fault is that? The neck effects exists. It will turn your head. Also, go to the shop, spend 90 euros, 90, get yourself a 24-inch monitor in glorious 1080p, and put it in front of yourself. What's the problem? Seriously.
With the neck effects?
You're competing in a top level. Yeah, put that in front of you and get some neck effects. Drive it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure he's not using the what was it called, the Logitech G92. He's gonna be using a proper wheel. Why can't he use a proper monitor?
I think he uses a Moza.
That wheel, yeah, that kit is gonna be costing him at the very least 500 euros, and he cannot afford a monitor. Really? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
But I mean, if I was driving,
just silly.
when I first started driving, I drove just on the screen. Then my buddy decided to
Yeah.
get me a camera, which works with this app. I forget what it's called now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that.
It
Yeah, I know
tracks your
that.
eyes.
I know that it's head tracking or eye tracking.
Eye tracker, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
It was
I know that.
nice.
I've used that in
So that's how I
it was
drove.
it's pretty good. Yeah, I just can't get used to it
You can't
in a
get
flight
used to it?
sim. I
Oh.
can in driving. I can.
Oh,
I can get used to it only in flight sim.
okay, got you.
Yeah, I can't after VR. I cannot use it in driving
See, so I am just starting
and
with VR.
flights.
I have maybe
Yeah.
5 hours, if that, on VR.
Oh, it's gonna be great then.
Because I was getting
You're just
sick.
starting this beautiful short.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happens.
I
You
borrowed
can
my
actually
buddy's
prevent
Toyota.
it by using a pill. There is pills to stop you from getting sick.
Oh no, I'm not getting sick anymore. I was getting sick on my buddy's
there-
Quest 2, but I bought the Quest 3 and the quality is better. And like I said, a few days ago I did my
Oh yeah.
first 3-hour session. Not once did I feel sick.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're also doing like driving. Once you try doing Spider-Man shit, it's gonna come back.
No, dude, I never had. I used to have VR a long time ago, and I played games, shooter games. I never got sick. Only in driving I would get sick.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I had a lot more problems with walking than I had with driving.
Oh no.
Like the really ineffective stuff like Half-Life Alyx, that's really gentle because Valve just likes their clients not puking, I guess. Weak, of course. That I had no problems with, but stuff like Boneworks or Contractors or Pavlov VR, every time you move, and I would get so violently ill, and then eventually just stopped because I got used to it. Driving, I had absolutely no problems.
Completely
and flying,
opposite for me, dude.
I had big problems flying, and then I just stopped flying in VR.
Wow.
This is how I solved it.
Okay.
Because flying in VR for me is still kind of too much.
Flying?
Yep.
Oh wow, you do that
like
Microsoft
Microsoft Flight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that multiple times, and no, I just can't.
You can't do it.
I'm not gonna. I just can't do it. I've tried other simulators. I've tried everything, and it would be like, okay, so here I am sitting inside a helicopter. Everything's great. So I'm just looking around, flicking all the switches. It's great. Ready. As soon as the thing takes off and does a single like small bob or a weave, and I'm gonna be like, it would be so perfect until I just take off and get like 20 centimeters of air, and it's enough for me.
Wow.
It's just
I
that.
wonder why though.
Driving, I don't know. Driving, I have no problems with.
Cause it's so crazy, dude. For me, it's the complete opposite. I remember going with my daughter. We would go to these 6D and 5D experiences, you know, where you sit and you see VR and you smell it and it moves and all that shit, and like just to watch the video, you know, it's not like a video game, it's just like a roller coaster ride or something, or zombie apocalypse.
I know those, yeah.
But never got sick. Like it was just an awesome experience. But as soon as I started driving,
for me, walking I got used to. Driving, no issues. Flying, I can't get used to. Anyways, it's almost 6. I'm gonna go get. Oh, it's over 6 actually. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Sounds good, dude. Thank you
You?
so much for your
No problem. No problem.
class. I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
break and probably get back on and do some more
It's gonna
driving.
get a lot better tomorrow. Everybody needs about a day to get the stuff they learned to cement in their brains. So
So you
it's
don't
gonna
think it's good to
get
drive
a
anymore
lot better
today?
tomorrow. You can still drive today, sure.
Okay. You got
Like
any
in a few
fun?
hours, you can't just drive around, have fun.
Yeah. Do you have any fun
Have
maps or
fun.
car packs you can recommend? Because I got
You've,
nothing right
you've
now,
got the
man.
perfect fun car. You've got the perfect fun car.
Yeah. It is definitely fun, but it
Uh,
sucks to kind of drive with by yourself. You know what I mean? Like for a longer time.
Swarm pack.
Swarm pack.
You probably want Swarm pack, and I'm gonna link you to a group. Hang on. Invite server. There you go. There you go. You've got a link to Driver Mod Industries. They do all Sunday and all Saturday literally drives. Their servers are on there, and they've got the Swarm Matsuri usually, and there's like a bunch of different tracks, and I don't even have half of what they run. So just check them out, get the Swarm pack, and on the weekend, just join them. They're gonna be in a reasonable time format for you because for me they start at like 10 in the evening and they finish at about like 7 in the morning.
Wow.
So I can do like 2 hours a week with them, so I don't do it too much.
Where are they from?
America.
Oh,
Yeah, this is perfectly up your alley.
sweet. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem, man. Talk to
Well,
you later then.
talk to you later. Have a good one.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.